This tree is one of the largest and oldest in the world. Some say it's over 1,000 years old. Sadly, it's long dead, so these workers had no choice but to cut it down. It's incredible to see such a massive giant crash to the ground. Take a look. You might think these are 100-year-old ruins, but no, these are actually China's green flyovers. Whenever a new bridge or flyover is built in China, vines like Boston ivy are planted beneath it. These vines grow rapidly even in low water, and within a few months cover the entire flyover like a green curtain. This not only enhances the city's beauty, but also cleans the air, lowers temperatures. Did you know that when a factory dips a wine bottle too deep in wax, it automatically becomes incredibly valuable? Its price skyrockets to 50 times the original just because it has more red wax on it, making it extremely rare. Even though the worker doesn't do it on purpose, her mistake brings in millions per year for the company. This hack will prevent your bicycle from ever being stolen. In fact, you may have noticed that often thieves can steal a bicycle in just a few seconds, and we can't do anything about it. That's why this anti-theft seat has been created. As soon as you loosen the screw located under the seat, its anti-theft mode is activated. Then, as soon as a thief tries to steal this bicycle, just make sure that when you ride it, the screw is tight. Otherwise,
this is not cheese or dressing. It's actually an abscess, a buildup of pus caused by an infection in the animal. During processing, butchers must carefully remove these affected parts. It's a crucial step in quality inspection to ensure that the meat reaching your plate is completely safe to eat.
do you know why ships are painted with poison? When the ship sails in the water for months, algae stick to its propeller and bottom. Due to these reasons, fuel is spent more, and ships worth millions become junk in a short time. To avoid this problem, poison is added to the paint, which sea creatures do not stick to ships, and it remains like new for many years.
This guy will never run out of salt, as he can just go to this beach and scoop up some sand. Because this is a Salt Lake beach, and the sand is so white that people often mistake it for being normal white sand. But it's actually 100% pure salt, and it's formed by nature itself through a surprisingly simple process, as it forms in lakes that have no rivers flowing out, where the water has nowhere to go. So over thousands of years, the sun keeps drying the water, leaving behind thick, sparkling layers of salt that stretch for miles. And because the water here is so dense with salt, you wouldn't be able to sink even if you tried, and instead you would just float like a balloon.
When a fish releases a white fluid while being caught, that substance is called milt, which is the male fish's semen. It contains sperm that fertilizes the eggs released by the female. In nature or in fish farms, the female lays eggs in the water, and then the male releases milt over them to fertilize them externally. So if you see a fish releasing milt during the breeding season, it means it's a mature male ready to spawn. Returning it to the water allows it to complete the breeding process and help sustain fish populations. Once upon a time, cars used a very clever method to light up their headlights. This was called the carbide lamp. These lamps became very popular in the late 19th century, back when electricity had not yet reached everywhere. The working method was quite simple. Water was poured into the upper chamber, and carbide was kept in the lower chamber. As soon as water came into contact with carbide, it immediately produced acetylene gas, which went straight to the burner. When ignited, it gave off such a bright white light that even the darkness of night seemed to fade away. Ever wondered why horses dip their legs in icy water? After intense races or hard training, their legs heat up and start to swell. That's when cold water therapy steps in, cooling the muscles, reducing pain, and speeding up recovery. Within minutes, the horse is back on its feet, ready to sprint like lightning again. Perhaps this is the reason why there is never water shortage in Vietnam when there is excessive rainfall in monsoon. So they clean their old wells, and they collect rainwater through pipes. There is no wastage of water, nor do they turn the roads into mud. Then they use the same water to irrigate their crops throughout the year. While installing tiles in his house, this man ran into a problem. A few PVC pipes were right in the middle, so he came up with a smart trick. He placed a piece of cardboard around the pipe and stuck it onto another tile to get the perfect outline. He carefully checked every mark, making sure the measurement was spot on, because even a slight error could waste an entire tile. After that, he drilled the hole exactly where needed, and when he placed it back, the tile fit perfectly around the pipe. Clean, smooth, and flawless. Ever seen a deer rubbing its antlers on trees? Looks angry, right? Actually, it's natural. When antlers grow, they're covered in soft velvet that feeds them. Once hard, deer rub them on trees to shed the velvet. Those red marks? Not blood, just the velvet coming off. These piles may look like ordinary shells mixed with sand, but they're actually spotted Babylon snails, one of the most prized kinds of seafood. Workers shovel the freshly harvested snails straight into baskets. Each one has been farmed for months and is now fully grown, ready for market. They all started out as tiny baby snails, raised in indoor ponds for 6 to 8 months, fed with chopped fish and squid. The feed is expensive, but it helps them grow fast and develop that rich, tender meat seafood lovers crave. When harvest season comes, they're dug out from the sand, cleaned, sorted, and packed for buyers. What you're seeing here isn't just a pile of shells, it's the result of months of careful farming. farming. Chains used in ships, mining, and cranes start as curved steel bars with open ends. Each piece is linked to the previous one and locked into a flash butt welding machine. A powerful electric current melts the ends together, creating a bright flash as the metal fuses. The extra molten steel is then trimmed away, leaving a smooth, seamless joint. Though the process is noisy and dirty, it requires high precision. Each strong and uniform chain is made link by link, built to handle extreme loads in the toughest industrial environments.